I'm Barry Trammell, and I say that the story of the year in Oklahoma was indeed last April, the Laker Thunder series.
It was fantastic. I don't know if we'll see anything like it for a long time. From the Opopka Studios in Oklahoma City, you're watching the Press Row. I'm Jenny Carlson. Barry, I think everybody expected that first playoff series that the Thunder got into to be magical. But it really transcended, I think, what we expected it would be.
Well, it really did. And when you look at all the things that happened in the Thunder in the calendar year 2010, the surprising run to the playoffs, which we certainly didn't expect. Kevin Durant's contract extension, which was just manna from heaven. Didn't know if what would be the future with Kevin Durant. Now we know. The gold medal in the World Championships. Russell Westbrook and Durant leading the charge. All the wonderful things that happened, but clearly those 6 games with the Lakers, the class of the league. Scintillating basketball. Went down to the buzzer in Game 6 here in Oklahoma City, and Paul Gasol gets the tip in. Really elevated Oklahoma City in the national consciousness and gave everyone in Oklahoma City the idea that, hey, this basketball team is going to be very good for a very long time.
You know, as we rewind on the stories of 2010, there are a lot to choose from, a lot of really good stuff that happened involving the state and its sports scene. But clearly, I think that the way people really got behind that series, obviously that was a 1-8, the Lakers being the number 1 seed, the Thunder being the 8th seed. And I think, people expected that the Thunder might win a game, might challenge the Lakers a couple times in that series. But for them to really be in that series and be very close to pushing the Lakers to 7 games, people in Oklahoma City it was just an electric atmosphere that whole time that series was going on. Had a chance to be outside the arena after one of those home games, and it was really magical. I used that word earlier, Barry, but it really was. People, high-fiving and honking horns and hanging out of cars. I go back and say again, there's a lot of great storylines to choose from. We could have talked about, the NFL draft, the NBA draft. But that was really something that it went beyond the Bedlam thing. It went beyond, any sort of arguing that goes on there. That was really something I think that made it extra special.
And the way it ended with, Gasol getting the tip in over Serge Ibaka and ending, and all of a sudden just the air goes out of the arena and people realize this is over. Why did it ever have to end? But then almost instantly the crowd erupts in applause. Really sort of a heartwarming thing to see in the NBA, a cutthroat business. A business dominated by teams on the coast and fan bases in Boston and New York and Los Angeles, known not for their graciousness or their affinity for a well-played game, even if it ends in defeat. And for the Ford Center to erupt in applause for a beaten team was really I think a very special moment. You're right, Jenny. All kinds of things we could have picked. If the Big 12 dissolution had went to fruition, if we were now sitting on a Pac-16 with Oklahoma and Oklahoma State playing out west, that's probably your story of the year. Losing Nebraska and Colorado in the Big 12 makes it an okay story, but certainly nothing to rival the Thunder Lakers.
Yeah, in the same way that you talk about, the NFL draft and the guys that went so high in that first round. 6 guys with local ties in the first round of the NFL draft, including obviously Sam Bradford first, Gerald McCoy 2 picks later. Those are Oklahoma City guys. The fact that they played their high school ball in the city and were 2 of the first 3 picks in the draft, unbelievable. You look at the NBA draft, you had 4 guys with state ties, including 3 who played their high school ball in Oklahoma City in the metro area. They get drafted in the first round. Just some unbelievable stuff that was out there. The conference realignment that so got our attention in the summertime. But I don't think anything can rival what happened on the court and off the court with that Thunder series. If it would have just been what happened on the court and the off the court stuff wasn't as exciting, we'd probably still have it as our top story. But the fact that you've got the 2 converging, Barry, just really unbelievable. Definitely the top story of 2010. Hey, stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoma.